Hello, I've come on to share a haul from Foil Play. I will leave the link in the description box below. If you spend £10 then it's free delivery, and if you spend £20 you get a free Kanban topper sheet, I think it is. I have got the invoice beside me, but there's quite a bit, so I'm probably not going to bother showing the prices, but they are really good prices. Yeah, so it's definitely worth popping over and having a look. The first thing is this Dixie Craft Dixie toppers. This is vintage cars. Now I warn you that a lot of this stuff is vintage because that's my bag, as they say, so don't be surprised. They do lots of different stuff, but this are just, yeah, the vintage stuff was what I was after. So I just went on a sort of a rampage through the website looking for all the vintage bits and pieces, and as you can see there was quite a bit. So these are really good quality actually, so they're actually quite thick. It's just obviously different toppers, and they are 9 by 9 centimeters. We have some washi tape. This is the Crafts 2 brand, and this one has, I think these are like buttons, which is quite cool. There, oops, there we go, now you can see it. Yeah, so it's like buttons in like obviously a vintage sort of almost a sepia tone. And then we have these ribbons. I don't think there's any point getting those out. I think you can see those. This says Elite Models Fashion. And then these, which are meant to be baubles, but I think I can probably use them for something else, which I will share. I have an idea, but I want to check that it works. Now there are 2 sizes in there, so you get 3 of the large and 6 of the smaller. Then onto some of the toppers, etc. that I got, and I have this one here. Like I say, love this because of the style of the dress, so I make a nice vintage card. I'm not going to keep going on about the vintage images, but whoops, that's stuck under there. Yeah, so it's things like from Kanban and Buzzcraft and things like that, and I just specifically went for mostly vintage images. This one, bit controversial, she's smoking a cigarette, but different time people. These ones I think are from the Debbie Moore CD. She's got a paper kit, and yeah, I thought I'd just have a go and have a look at these. I might well buy the, I think she has a USB with the rock and roll things on, so I might well get that. Decided to get 2 of these ones because I did really like those. And then we have Bagpuss. This is obviously like a sepia tone. That was one of my absolute favourite programmes when I was a child. It's even got the little Bagpuss, dear Bagpuss, oh fat furry catpuss. It's just so adorable. The images are really sweet. And then we've got some sort of elements here, more ephemera if you like. That's actually a hunky dory one. That's the Timeless Elegance. This is a Kanban one, and it's Witch. I've already got an idea of who I'm going to give that card to. And this is a concept card. So actually it's like a shop. Now, I believe it's these 2 bits. That's obviously the envelope for it. And this is actually a little fishing shop or a cabinet, or however you want to. Oh, it's Fishing Shed. It's actually called Fishing Shed, and it is by Kanban. And you do get the instructions of how to make it up. So, and again, I already have a person in mind for that. Another vintage image. Then I found on there the images from Splash Crafts, so I thought I would give those a go. And individual toppers are anywhere from between 28 pence to sort of 30-40 pence, which is really good. and it just means you can just, instead of buying a whole kit, you can just buy whichever ones you want that you feel you're going to get the most use from. Also bought the sayings to go with those, so there are things on there like Sweet Dreams, Born to be Wild, Sweet and Innocent, 40, You Go Girl, etc., and the backing sheets to go with those as well, because the colours are just gorgeous. I think I got 2 of each of the backing cards. So we've got the bright pink and the blue, yellow. There's also a black and white in here. Again, more vintage style women toppers. That's Buzzcraft. This one I believe I've had before. So this is a Buzzcraft one as well. Whoops, just falling out there. Again, vintage image. And this one, I thought this particular monochrome sort of reminds me of the cards you see in the shops with the funny sayings on. So if I can come up with something amusing, then I'll probably add that. Again, another sort of monochrome, it's in the purples. And this one in the teal. And this one is sort of a sepia tone. Again, I think I might have had that one before. And these are the freebies. So yeah, I've got 3 freebies. We've got some foiled toppers there with the sentiments on. You've got the Ivory Roses and Garden of Life. So these say things like friends are flowers in the garden of life. Jasmine, cheerful and graceful. A friend as special as you makes friendship bloom all year round. May all the love you give to others come back to you on this special day. A few more. This one, obviously Paddington, and it is decoupage, but it's die cut. So just pop them out. Thought that's quite cute. I've already got some ideas for these. Do absolutely love Paddington. Seen both the films, and I just think they're brilliant, absolutely excellent. Some vintage style toppers. So this I think is a whole set. Now you might wonder why I cut the tops off instead of opening where it's sealed. I might have mentioned this before, but I do this to all my stamps and die cut dies and things like that, because one, you keep opening this, and with papers I always find that I get it stuck and then end up tearing the paper, and also it wears out, the stickiness wears out, so then you can't use it anyway. So I find that if I do this, at least it's already open, and if I stand it the right way up, it won't all fall out either. This is the Mackenzie collection. So we've got the Clockwork Polka. These elements here, this is called Studio. These would be brilliant in some either scrapbooking or a journal. Got the sentiments as well, and then these ones, which are the sundials. Those are quite funky, particularly like that one there. And Timeless ones here, so we've obviously got the clocks on there and the chandeliers. And that is it. As I said, I will share the link to the website in the description box below. And just to let you know that I have, this is not paid promotion, I have paid for this out of my own pennies. And if I do paid promotion, I always mention it. So any of the hauls that you've seen, unless I mention otherwise, they have been bought by me. And the fact that I share their website or whatever is down to me, because I want to share them, not because they have either given me payment or product to share that information. Like I said, if they have done that, it will definitely be stated. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a thumbs up, and I would love a comment. Until next time, cheerio.